Dungeon on!
Oh my goodness.
Fromage!
Oh, Jesus.
Lavage was that.
I think it was fromage.
Fromage.
Cheese for the cheese lord!
Oh my god.
Bring out your dead.
What? I don't even want to know.
Yeah, you seem to be dead.
Oh, welcome to Shattered Star session 48?
I'll
I
say
think we're on
yes.
48.
I'll say yes to 48. I need to get some released. I'm being slack-ass because I've been busy. I'm very sorry.
No, you're doing your actual paid job.
Yeah, my real muggle job, unfortunately.
You're not the only one. It's hard balancing.
It sucks, dude. I'm telling you, it really does suck.
So much better when you're in college and just, yeah.
Tossing around.
Well, it's kind of like I was saying, it's like, man, this seems harder getting back to a year. Oh, yeah, I wasn't working back then. Oh.
Yeah, you're just putting off homework when you're, you know.
Exactly.
You were a college student. University student,
Yes,
excuse me.
Yes. Not that there's much difference here, but...
Wow.
So yes, I am Lockhart, the GM, and playing the occasional NPC, and Alex, the cohort. To my right is Thing.
To my,
Hello!
Sorry, I guess I should look at Heather's when I do this. I can see myself there.
yeah, then
I'm Thing playing Gorum, the half-orc fighter.
Next, we have Heather.
My name is Heather. I play Arrow on the Wind.
She's a monk that shoots arrows.
I'm a
Like
monk
an
that shoots
arrow
arrows.
on the wind.
on the wind.
And I can scale fences in a single bound.
She's
Amazing.
jumping them.
She eats a lot of beans.
Actually, I don't have to eat a lot of beans because I have the Ring of Sustenance.
Yeah, but you're on the wind.
Next, we have Lindsay.
Next.
Next.
Terrible joke.
Hey! No!
I want to refute that.
I'm not flatulent!
It's a medical no.
It's canon now. Sorry, too late.
It's canon.
No!
I like
That's
that.
a monkey! No!
It's canon now. People are already made some fanfic.
Yes. That's a monkey. We're looking at you.
I am Lindsay, and I am playing with my beads. No, I play... Oh shit, who do I play in this game?
Flick that bead. Flick that bead.
Juniper! That's me.
Oh my god.
Sorry, no. I got distracted, sorry.
Not you, it was Thing flicking his bead.
I was encouraging her.
That was a clitoris joke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was? What's that?
What's that?
Why did you have to ask that, Hal?
It's a magical place thing. Magical place.
Oh,
Filled with
Tahiti.
unicorns and fairies.
You're crazy.
Yeah. I'm Hal, I'm playing some character. Damiir Greycastle, I am an Oracle of Awesome. Fear my power.
Hal is
We all
also-
know our characters on an intimate level, yes.
Sorry, I keep wanting to call him Darius for some reason.
Just change his name.
Darius would help us not confuse him with Niramore.
True. I don't know why I want to call it Darius.
Actually, Darius. Darius was your cleric.
There we go.
Carrion Crown?
Yes? Yes, that's right. That's why I want to call him that.
There is the
maybe.
many splendored.
That's right, he was pretty shiny, actually.
You have perchance for shiny.
Well, I don't know. Damir's not all that shiny. He's quite shiny.
He's a bit.
He's not very shiny. He's kind of flouncy more than shiny, I feel.
With shiny armor.
No, I have no armor whatsoever.
Judging us constantly are the eyes of Vecna.
That's right.
And Ruby likes making an appearance most
Here
of
in
the
his
time.
three-piece business suit.
So,
Ruby is currently biting her foot.
when we last left our heroes, they had traveled north along the coast.
Sorry.
When we last left our band of morally ambiguous sellswords,
There we go. Much better.
Dun, da, da.
Wah, wah, wah. Morally ambiguous sellswords is correct. Let's not beat around the bush here, Lockhart. We know what we are.
3, 2, 1. No, nobody said it.
What?
I'm beating about the bush joke.
Oh, you can beat around your bush all you like, dear.
I do.
I know.
I'll just wait until you go to work.
I know. I noticed. I watch you on the camera,
So do I.
along with the rest of the internet.
We are recording now.
I know. And for a small patron subscription fee, you too could have.
Hey, if you guys are all watching and streaming it, why am I not getting paid?
That's naughtymilner.biz.
Naughty Mill.
Why do I think that by the end of tonight, that somebody I know is going to have bought the web
I
domain?
don't need that. I already own templeofspank.com.
I wasn't talking about you, Hal. I was talking about Thing.
I don't do anything with templeofspank.com, but I should.
Then you just have it so I can't have it.
Exactly. That's right. I have it so you can't have it.
Can I be the first subscriber then?
Just to the Temple of Spank. That's a great name for a porn site. I'm just saying.
Temple of Spank.
It's a
Temple of Come
more like
worship
a
at the
cult.
Temple of Spank.
Yeah, it's more like a kind of cult thing, I think.
Didn't we just leave a temple like that?
I think all the temples.
That was more the temple of getting spanked.
Guys.
Yes. To give is to receive.
So, when we last left, whatever your characters are, they had journeyed north of Magnamar to the smaller town of Sandpoint, where you had heard the tales of the attack on Windsong Abbey from eyewitness Pilla Linaveshi, who told you of being attacked by giants and finding a cap belonging to a fae known as a red cap.
We're terribly upset that this giant seemed to grow the more she saw it. By now, it's going to be like 9 miles high.
Does that cap fit Gorum? Oh, wait, no, I already have a cap. Never mind.
No, it's too small.
It grows by the increment of 5 feet per telling of the story.
Exactly, and now it's
Per
9
flagon.
miles high.
That's just like a male performer I know in the industry of things that I make costumes for. It tends to grow the more the stories get told. And I didn't name any names.
And as we're sure, the reality is going to be always disappointing.
We'll call him Fish, because he's a fish story. Fish tale.
The way these things go, I'm going to be prepared for underestimating.
Right.
So, I believe off-scene, Gorum had traded with the merchants in Sandpoint and somehow found a... Sorry? Okay. And somehow found a masterwork falchion made of cold iron.
Hey.
As Juniper had informed the party on every small little weakness of the red caps. Actually, that was one other thing. Were you somehow stocking up on a whole bunch of holy symbols? What?
Yes, I want to cover my armor in holy symbols of good gods.
I believe I have a holy symbol already.
You probably do.
Yes, it's probably on the side of a tankard, I believe.
You should
Oh,
do a Harry D'Amour and have all of your holy symbols and things as tattoos on your body.
I'll make sure to mention Pila's name to the blacksmith so that she gets her cut for spreading the rumors about the need for cold iron.
I should figure out what a Shawanti holy symbol would look like.
Well, yours would just kind of be a totem mark, really, if anything. So holy symbols, you can get them from wooden, iron, silver, gold, and platinum at varying expenses.
No, they're mainly good gods. They don't.
Can we get them out of cold iron? Fuck you, red
Sure.
caps! Fuck you!
It wouldn't be very good, but they might not like it a little more.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, come take it off me, you little bastard.
What's the difference between standard iron and cold iron? I mean, wouldn't
In
tip-
fantasy world, cold iron is something from deeper within the earth, some really pure veins of iron that are somehow different from regular iron.
And cold iron also inspires me to want to sing any cold iron. Which apparently no one else knows but me.
And Gorum is the lord in iron.
I believe technically it's any old iron, the actual thing they would sing.
I
there.
know. Which
know
is
you
why I'm
know.
saying any cold iron. It's funny. It was a play on words, people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a pune.
Yes. But not.
It's a specific metal that has fantasy properties of damaging Fey and some other creatures that are resistant to other weapons.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, if people want to pick up, wooden is 1 gold piece, iron is 5 gold pieces, cold iron, let's say 10 gold pieces.
Fuck you, Faye.
Now, were they mainly resistant to good gods, or
I
I get
think so.
so Gorum wouldn't work.
No. Surprisingly, I believe my god does work.
Caden Kalen is good. He's chaotic good.
Actually good, yes.
Yes, they do have to be good aligned religions.
So I can drink my beer and fuck off the red caps at the same time.
Yes, you can.
Would Gorum like the practicality of me festooning myself in another god's?
I wouldn't piss him off if I were you.
You're a fighter. He probably really doesn't care.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Fun fact about my character:
you messed him up.
around Arrow's 7th level, or at least I believe so. Her fists were treated in, or you describe it.
You have the peace of mind and force of your ki that your punches act as cold iron.
Nice.
Yeah.
But not your arrows.
Not arrows, no.
Not my
So
arrows.
we can just
Though,
stand back and let you bludgeon the.
I think if not at this level, higher levels, she can spend key points to make her arrows count like her unarmed attacks in all regards, for damage and overcoming damage reduction.
Cool.
That's pretty.
Which
sweet.
means her arrows would do like 2d8 damage when she's at level higher.
Nice.
She's at level higher.
Some higher level from now.
Exactly.
Hello, I would like to be at level higher.
I like Niramore's DR cancelling ability.
That was pretty cool.
He just ignored DR, basically. He had to make a roll, which was ridiculously easy for him, and then he just ignored your damage resistance.
So, is anyone buying a holy symbol then?
I've got one.
You've got one.
What kind of holy symbol would I have?
Do you have a gold?
Do I want one?
Do you have a gold?
There's that lusty god.
I don't think I don't know.
Let's
I'm a
see.
tiefling, so.
I want to say off the top of my head, the temples, they have a 5 deity temple in Sandpoint of Desna, Abadar, Sarenrae, and
Glistria?
I don't think Calistria. I think possibly there's Eris still in there. Mostly good
And
ones.
Rovagug.
I'm kind of good, aren't I?
He
Even though
counts.
I'm a tiefling.
Yes, being a tiefling doesn't make you necessarily evil.
Oh, see, buying a holy symbol is just buying a holy symbol.
Okay.
It would be like buying one of those saint medallions, essentially.
Regardless if you're Catholic or not.
Yeah, it's not going to be the biggest thing of faith and stuff, and people might stare at you a little askew if you kind of are living against it, but at the same time, it's not like unholy damnation if you're wearing it and stuff.
Okay.
Unless you're a cleric.
I'm going to go around each of the temples, and I'm going to ask for the free sample little symbol, the little pin badge version.
Do you have a child's holy symbol?
And I'm going to get one of as many different gods as I can.
A wooden holy symbol is 1 gold piece each. So if you spend 5 gold piece, you will have 5. Again, we'll say one's Desna, one's actually I guess Abadar isn't actually a good one, so you might not want him. He's just neutral.
One's Rovagug. He's pretty good.
Hang on.
It's not Rova.
I have to write them down. What? Desna?
Rovagug.
How?
I can't even spell that, so I'm ignoring that one.
Urgathoa.
I'll write them down later.
I'll buy a holy symbol of Desna because disguise and stealth.
Asmodeus.
Let's see how easy is it gonna be for me to find this here off the cuff.
What?
Sandpoint.
He's looking for it.
I have no sanity to start with. Is this Cthulhu? We watched the strangest Cthulhu Lovecraft film the other day.
Which one was it? Oh, it was the thing on the doorstep. It was actually not bad from
It
the
wasn't.
book.
That sounds pretty good. Have you seen the one was it The Whisper that's got Paul Darrow?
The Whisperer. I don't think so. My favourite so far, I have to say, is Dagon. I just like it a lot.
Yeah.
I can't like it because the man takes his face off, and I don't really like that
I
bit.
think that's a fantastic. If considering the budget of the movie, that is a good effect.
And when the girl reveals her lower parts is kind of.
Yes, as being wiggly and tentacular.
So what is Desna's holy symbol? Just like a butterfly?
It's a butterfly.
Yeah.
So the religions offered there, the good ones are Desna,
Mhm.
Saren Ray, Shalin, and Aristil.
I got Desna, Saren Ray.
Shalin,
Yep.
Aristil.
Cool.
So 1 gold piece each for one of those. Thing, you're just getting a wooden one?
What are the other options?
Iron, silver, gold, platinum, depending on how rich you want it.
Dinosaur bone,
I'll go iron. It needs to be a little rugged to.
carved ruby.
Iron will be 5
Don't
gold
carve
pieces.
my ruby.
You're getting a Desna one?
Sure.
That's not. It's for matches your personality, I feel.
What is Desna the thing of?
Camping.
Desna's travel and such.
Okay.
Travel and dreams.
I heard the word camping a second ago, and I was expecting it to be a whole different kind of camping.
It is that kind of camping. If you're Desnan, it's that kind of camping.
Carry on camping.
That kind of camping.
It looks like a fairy.
Desna looks like a fairy.
Yay!
So it's
So-
all a minstrel show.
So let's go.
Let's go, people. Where are we going?
We're going to Windsong Abbey.
That's right.
We have,
It's on our mind.
we have procured enough food and supplies to last us for the journey and the return journey. I believe we're also carrying guarding a caravan on our way there.
There's a
the
giant there. There's
caravan-
plenty to eat.
The caravan's sticking a couple days in Sandpoint. You can easily basically walk there. At the end of a long day's walk, you'll arrive there.
Okay, we can do that too.
Marchy, marchy, marchy.
Okay.
Marchy. You're really a bit messed up in the head, aren't you, dude? Bless you. Bless you.
He was sipping on a what was it called? The white stuff?
Oh, it's a corpse reviver number 2.
Ah,
Lockhart, you have not been doing your job properly if your girlfriend has to ask that question.
I'm not a drinker. I don't know these things.
But I've moved on to the Ardbeg, so.
I say nothing.
She says that.
I think I've said enough naughty things this evening for one session. I think I have to
No, never.
behave myself
Never.
now.
You shouldn't be so hard on yourself, Lindsay.
I'm not.
That's somebody else's job.
This is me being nice to myself. Horrible to myself is what I tend to post on Facebook at like 3:30 in the morning, and then think better of it at like 7:30 in the morning and delete it before Hal sees it. And when I get, not that I do that, Hal.
No, I fully expect that you do that because I see enough of them in the middle of the day.
I'm a very happy person.
So, will you take the long full day journey to arrive there at evening then?
We will. No, that's a stupid idea.
When all the undead and fae are at their strongest.
We'll attempt to arrive. We'll break our trip so that we arrive kind of in the middle of the day. So we can camp outside for a night.
Random encounter.
Yeah, right.
You know it's gonna happen.
16 witch fires and a frogosaurus.
Undead bugbear.
An undead owlbear.
Hmm.
Vampire owlbear.
What do you call a dinosaur with? Oh no, don't matter.
Is that a bad joke coming out?
It was gonna be a bad joke, but I said it wrong, so it was gonna be an even worse joke. Not as bad as my. It was worse than my seagull joke.
The seagull joke. Oh. What do you call a man with a bird on his head? No.
No. What do you call a man with a seagull on his head?
Cliff. It's a terrible joke.
I can only remember 4 jokes in my life, and they're all based around that.
Like, what do you call a man with a spade in his head?
Doug!
There you go, see? It's so terrible.
What do you call a man without a spade on his head?
Douglas?
What do you get when you cross an elephant with a jar of peanut butter?
Not hungry?
Sticky.
What do you get, thing?
Either a jar of peanut butter with a long memory, or an elephant that sticks to the roof of your mouth.
That's so terrible. The funniest joke in the world is always what's brown and sticky.
Because
Peanut butter.
nobody wants to answer you?
The answer is a stick.
Ah.
I'm going.
Ah.
That reminds me your brother has the car. Which I'm not allowed to tell the rest of that joke.
As fun as this random encounter roll is, partly because I want to get on with the adventure,
Right.
and partly because I think it might be a bit mean.
What would we have had, Lockhart?
7 morgues.
Ooh, that could have been bad.
They're a bit mean, though. I think you. Well, how did you guys deal with those 2 or 3 you had? You fought morgues at the keep
Did we?
in the pool.
Which ones were the morgues?
The ones with the skeletons with the tentacly bits.
Oh, in the pool of negative energy.
Yes.
I don't remember that at all.
Those were a little nasty. I'm not really spec'd for negative energy.
I think 7 of them could have been bad because of their paralyzing effect. But yeah.
There's a lot of those, like those so guthy that 1 is fine, 3 is way worse than 3 times the...
The average.
Yeah.
So we'll say that you spend the night, find some place camped, though you do actually see a little bit in the distance some light yet.
Like fairy fire, or...
Well, no, it's almost like a lighthouse, but quite colorful, coming in the direction you're traveling. There's that effect of this kind of strobing light, but it
turns the
comes in a
lighthouse into-
variety of colors.
They've prismatic sprayed the lighthouse.
In any event, as you will continue on the next day, you have a modest breakfast and continue on your walk. Arrow's basically just lapping you guys for fun.
Modest breakfast. That's because we don't have a halfling cook hireling.
Yes.
Right, we need to get us one of
The
them.
things you missed out on. So, rolling hills and light forests and coastal cliffs give way to farm fields scorched black, houses turned into jumbles of timber, and mangled remains of half-eaten livestock. Turkey vultures wheel in the skies above, and the smell of ash and decay taints the air even now, even though clearly some of this destruction is weeks old.
Ranger, look around and sit. Oh, wait.
You can see past a wall that has a hole for paths and has also had some disuse come to it over time. There is, against the cliffside, an abbey with a few impressive structures. There is a 150-tall white marble lighthouse coming out of the center of it, as well as another structure, a 60-foot-tall gatehouse with another 40-foot-tall connecting house to it.
Jeez. You see where all the tithes are going, don't you?
However, there's also appears to have suffered some sort of structural damage. There's also signs where some of it has just collapsed, or others where the wall has been fallen down and opened into it. An old 20-foot wide stone wall encompasses the actual abbey grounds, and on the outside of it, there appears to have been a small village built, though about half the houses are gone. And I think we can adjust to this one.
Ah.
This is a big map. Zoom out.
Holy cow.
Jesus, look how big is this map?
Zoom out.
I'm as far out as I can get, and I still can't get it all on the goddamn screen.
It looks like the graphics in like a really early like Amiga game or something.
It's like we're playing Baldur's Gate. What are you talking about?
Stabby has seen better days.
Hey, I think I did all right.
I can draw for you if you like.
Apparently they have a lot of.
I'm good at plans.
Apparently they have a lot of the same ruined building.
If you want to get kind of the overview look of the landscape, go to the bottom of your handouts where you have the Shard of Gluttony vision, and it gives you kind of a bird's eye view of what you would see. And you're on the outside where that gate is, basically.
I'm having problems getting it to sit still.
Which gate? The main gate, or the gate where the... Is there a wall that goes around the Abbey grounds?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I see where we are. That's this point. Oh, yeah, that point there. I got it. I figured it out.
Yeah.
So it might take a little while just to load up all the images.
Is that a gate?
Yeah. No, it's just an opening. There's no gate present.
Okay, very good.
No.
So how long ago was this damage done?
We've been like a week at least since we saw the vision.
It could have been months ago.
I guess there's in fact one of the houses which appears to still have some slight smoke, implying that it was burnt either last night or within the last couple days or so.
Wow.
Whereas some of them would appear to be older than that.
Some intact.
But nothing that strikes you more than as a month-old damage.
Some intact?
There are several intact, as you can see.
Other people still around here?
You will be you will be entering from this area if you continue following the road.
What area is that?
Am I in the? It should. Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one?
My map just disappeared on my... Oh, there it is. I think you just moved me off the screen.
I've got the full map and it's not sending me anywhere since I've got it.
Yeah, my map is fully...
Mine, every time I try and mouse it so that I can see the top and the bottom, it changes it and like pushes it off the top of the screen. So
you might want
just gonna like...
You might want to change your view settings to a different one then. Some of them can be particularly tricky for that. Just go 10% up or 10% down.
I'm at 50%.
I'm already I'm at 10%.
Yeah,
It just keeps
10% I can see the whole
like
thing.
moving on its own. Like it won't settle. It's fine. I'll figure it out.
Dear.
I'll zoom out
zoomed into
or
20%. It's looking okay on the main machine.
Okay. You may also need to temporarily adjust your browser zoom setting then to...
Yeah, that's what I might have to do.
So we're coming on the upper right, upper
My-
left, or lower left?
Here's the thing. You would be able to see this from a fair distance away. How you approach is up to you.
Careful.
This is just, again, the general... This would be the traditional way to approach, as far as you can tell. Would be coming from the southeast road, up north, and then from there heading off the split past the stone wall into the Abbey proper.
So, what's the terrain like around here that isn't on the road?
It looks
So it's like
fieldy.
grassland.
It's a bit fieldy, but there are some rises and such from being a bit closer to the cliffside. In general, though, this wall does kind of surround it, and
So
again,
does it look like the gate's the only way in?
well, I mean, the wall's only about 10 feet tall. In theory, you can climb or possibly find a spot where the stones have just been taken away completely.
Yeah, looks like it has some gaps.
I mean, do we want to go through
technically, if you want
town?
to get creative, you can airwalk around the cliff, and there you have lots and lots of options. You're
True.
11 level characters. I'm just saying this is kind of the initial scene you get to.
That being said, we don't know what's actually gone on here. We suspect badness with giants and redcaps. That woman could be a crazy, I mean, literally, absolutely crazy.
I'm pretty sure she's right that badness has happened.
Well, maybe, because there's definitely some burnt stuff, but who knows what? And some houses are intact.
Do we want to be methodical and check all the buildings as we go in, or?
Why don't we walk down the road and see what happens?
Why on earth would we want to do that thing?
Let's walk in, being very careful of our surroundings.
Wary.
Okay, make stealth checks then.
Stealth? Oh no, we're being observant, not stealthy.
Oh, okay.
It's difficult to stealth down a road.
So more of a perception check, if anything.
Sure. Perception checks.
Unless we're sneaking, which I don't think we're good at.
It's. How are you approaching? You're keeping observations up, but you're not making any attempt to hide yourselves.
It's almost impossible, right? It's scribbleland in a road.
Well, with me it is.
I'm not great
How
at stealth
tall
either.
How tall is the scrub?
I mean, again, like technically, most of these would be small farms and stuff, really, to support the abbey. So it's not going to be that tall. It might be 2 feet, 2.5 feet tall in some areas, and it's kind of gone a bit untended, and some of it has been burnt and trampled through. It looks like.
How tall am I?
You're human-sized.
Okay.
Shouldn't
Then,
we have
I don't-
our iPhones or something? Or?
Unless we
Right,
send
This
the
is just.
smallest person to be stealthy and do stuff as like a foreguard, like.
I'm the
what I
shortest
mean.
in the party, and I'm not stealthy.
Oh.
This is just a general overview. I mean, you guys can still be some distance away and tell me that you're approaching from a completely different direction if that's what you want.
Ah, okay.
We're approaching
saying-
from a completely different direction.
Traditionally,
through the
following the
grass.
road, you would be coming from the southeast.
I'm learning all these words that you say differently now to me. It's even more noticeable now that I know I have to do a video presentation of my Canadian accent.
We
Say-
lay down on our bellies and elbow crawl across the grasslands.
Say south again, Lockhart.
South?
South. Okay, I got it. I'm pretty good with accents, so I've got this thing.
I'm shite with accents.
Shite. The only thing you shite with is when you say rations instead of rations.
Yeah.
The most god-awful thing I've ever heard. I've never heard a single other person in my entire life say rations. It took me like 4 months to figure out what you were trying to say.
It's all rational thinking.
It's rational.
I'm not the only person that thought that, right?
No, you're not.
Good. Thank you.
You said it so sincerely that maybe is that a way of pronouncing it? Am I doing it completely wrong?
He's from up north.
I wondered at first. I didn't say anything for ages because I wondered if like it was like a well-known,
Acceptable.
acceptable thing. And then Hal and I ended up talking about it one day, and we were like, "No, I've never heard anyone else say this before."
It's just not acceptable.
I think it's just him.
It is just him. It's just not acceptable thing.
Sorry.
That's what I get for growing up reading words and not hearing them pronounced in standard speech all the time. So
I guess that's fair.
yeah,
Whereas I just have a stupid accent that everybody laughs at here. All right, I'm perceiving. I want to perceive.
What are you perceiving?
Just because I found perception. I heard the word perception and I did it.
perceive all the things.
I did the perceiving.
Without approaching too close, and as you're, I suppose, taking a general walk around the area before approaching the
Yeah.
small village and wall.
That's a good idea. We will peruse at a distance and see what the lay of the land is.
That's
See
what
if
I
we
was
pull
gonna.
any monsters.
I was gonna go and climb a tree actually. Just because I could. Oh no, I can fly. Can I fly? Oh
Yes, you
god, I'm so
can.
confused. Which character am I?
You can fly.
I get so confused.
Confusion.
Butterfly in the sky.
As you take a slow, wide approach approach and search, Juniper is able to notice that there is the very noticeable tracks of a force that approached.
Oh dear.
It could be as many as 50 to maybe even 100. It's kind of difficult to tell because several of the prints are very large feet.
No Jeebus.
Like giant booted feet.
A lot of them barefoot, actually.
Jeebus.
So by the size of the foot, can we decipher if it's 45 feet?
That's not what I thought you were gonna
Knowledge
say.
nature check would be appropriate.
It's just
Okay,
rude.
let me. I'm bound to have one of those.
Hey, Linz, knowledge nature. I think you can do that.
I could do that.
No, you don't actually.
Not knowledge.
You
Wow.
think it's tall.
Nature.
Quite tall.
37 on knowledge nature, bitches.
I am a short.
Juniper is
I should have. Oh my goodness, that's
Friggin'
embarrassing.
awesome. Friggin'
you're not a tracker. You're not.
Not
Anyway.
everybody can be like me. Don't worry about it.
You're a little gullible.
Juniper
You believed we're the
is,
prophecy people.
You're pretty sure you see some smaller feet that look like they're in iron boots, which you pretty sure are red caps. You see bigger footprints, some of them bare, some of them in boots, that you guess belong to humanoids about 10 feet tall or so.
10 feet tall? Jeebus. It's Shrek.
It's Shrek.
It's better than
possibly
50 feet or 60 feet.
with a nice 37 knowledge nature, you can even tell that you suspect that these are perhaps hill giants or ettins.
Right.
This one has a slight limp, hangnail on the left foot. And
He's called Brian.
I'm pretty sure I met that guy before. He's called Bob, right?
Bob the Hill.
I can tell because his big toe is slightly larger than it should be for his something or other.
it is small tadger.
It's all a little bit of a mess, but you can kind of see that.
Are we centered on here anyway yet?
Does someone
No.
Okay.
make me a survival? Yeah, I figure you guys are still like a good maybe 200, 300 feet from this area, perhaps.
Okay. You were gonna say survival, weren't you?
Yes, survival check if you want to know more about the tracks themselves.
I don't have much in the way of
33.
survival.
Good work, Gorum.
As
Surviving's one of the
Juniper's
things Gorum does.
pointing out these highly obvious tracks to Gorum, Gorum is able to kind of look at their movements a bit and is kind of determined that they basically came cross-country from a kind of northwestern direction, mostly western,
Show off.
and
Nobody likes to show off. Nobody likes to show off.
and while the majority of them seem to have gone straight through the gap in the wall towards the Abbey, there is also just some general signs of the fact that they've been all over the place. Especially the ones that belong to these giant folk. They've been all over the place in countryside.
Little bastards.
Probably not hiding in any of these buildings. If they're
Travelling all along our country roads and just causing a mess and
taking our jobs.
yeah.
Taking that job.
They do appear to kind of go to some of the buildings, actually, especially the ones as you're from some distance. You do especially see some of the freshest ones are around the still smoldering house.
The freshest.
Should we go look at the still smouldering house?
I believe that might be a good idea.
Let's go investigate the still smouldering
Whether
house.
it's a good idea or a bad idea, we'll soon find out.
It's an idea.
This one's again perhaps still some 100 feet off the map, but you're able to go there, and perceptions.
I can't do that.
Stop yawning now.
I'm sorry, Booster.
34. Gorum sees things.
25. It's slightly less than I saw.
Also 34. I also see the things.
I hate you all. Go and screw yourself.
While it's a bit difficult to say, it generally looks like all of the furniture and items were kind of unmoved and left in a very regular pattern when this was burnt. and judging by the tracks and activity around, again, they're almost, well, they're pretty much entirely of these giant-sized footprints. None of the other smaller ones seen here. And there's almost kind of this bonfire type activity kind of gathered around in a circular fashion and stuff.
They're like giant marshmallows lying around.
No, but let's see, who is the highest?
This is my marshmallow face.
Damiir is pretty sure the fire originated from basically an uprooted small tree that was dried and then set on fire and thrust into the house.
Nice. It's like they're having bonfires.
That's a lot of effort to make a fire.
Yeah.
That's not
Not if you're 10, 12 feet tall, it isn't.
They're not known for efficiency.
This is true. I don't know them at all, so...
It's an int cocktail. Instead of a Molotov cocktail?
It's possible there were traces of some sort of oil or something.
Are there
not
any?
necessarily accelerant, but something that would have been more flammable around the branches.
There's no like people inside there or anything, is there?
No people. No signs of any bones here.
Very good.
Is that a good thing?
I guess.
So, the giants were searching for something?
It looks like it. I wonder if they found it. Evil mother.
Well, in general, it looks like prior to the house being burnt, it wasn't disturbed on the inside, from what you can tell from remains of not fully burnt furniture and such.
Okay.
So it wasn't a raid. Well, not a classic raid, anyway.
Well, I think they've been here over
again,
a week, so...
Yeah, this one here is quite recent, but others have like shown signs of the fact that they were probably burnt weeks ago.
Are they doing cleanup or just doing it for the fun of it?
Sure.
That's not good.
Probably for the fun of it.
Sport.
Bits.
Search for survivors that can tell the tale, or do we want to just...
Do we want to split up and like have a wander and see what's going on, if there's any other?
No, why don't we just carry on walking into town and check out the buildings as we go?
That's kind of what I meant. But are we sticking together, or should like?
I think we should stick together. I think if they're 10 feet tall, we'll see them coming.
That is true.
And it is better to stay in a group than run into a group, I suppose.
Unless there's fireballs involved.
Heather has passed her first grade level how to be a role player. Never split the party.
Never
There's
split the
fireball and
party.
flame strike.
Funny.
Well, I learned that from Scooby-Doo, admittedly. But they never
They always split the
learned.
party.
They were a detective group, and they never learned.
I think that's because they were a drugged up detective group.
Yeah.
Scooby.
Wow, man!
Yeah, exactly. That
Hey,
was a pretty good
Scoob!
impression.
We do that for 3 Gorum snacks?
You can pass a Shaggy.
Oh dear.
You can pass a Shaggy, I think.
They're really good impressions. I can't do impressions. I used to be able to do a Bond impression, but I don't do it in public.
I could probably pass as Velma, but I'm not as smart as she is.
I won't say what I could pass as.
Probably one of the monsters.
So he's old man Jenkins now.
I thought he was.
Isn't that the rat from
Brown Jenkins?
Dreams? Oh, no, it's Brown Jenkins. Yeah, Dreams and the Witch
House.
something. Yeah, that.
Old Kazai Mason's familiar.
Our old house in Bradford had the strangest. The attic was like really weirdly shaped and had funny angles and stuff. And the first time I ever read that book was in there, and that was our bedroom, and it freaked me out for a little while.
So, just to put you on the map, then, do we want you starting from the road then, or do you want to approach from a different direction, or there?
On the road or the field?
Okay, I'll just start pulling you on.
It's not very polite wandering through someone's field if there's a path or a road right next to it. That just makes us look like we're troublemakers.
I think propriety has seen its day in this area.
We're gonna steal your corn.
Corn.
Maybe it's a corn maze.
Get the children out of there.
It's another thing I don't understand about America.
What?
Corn mazes at Halloween. What the hell?
That's weird.
Better than corn circles.
I think that's what you do when you grow up in a place where there's really fuck all else to do.
Well, especially in those flatlands where that corn's the only thing you have obstructing you. You don't have real hills or mountains.
Actually, the actual weirdest thing is all of the local churches here having pumpkin patches where they have just like somebody ship in like a crap load of pumpkins and then everybody goes and watches them for a while or something.
I think they go and buy them, is what they do.
No, and then there's like little places where you can have your picture taken with a pumpkin and things. And I drive past them going, I don't get it, and I'm not even going to ask.
In Amarillo, there's a massive cornfield.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. And it's a maze. So it's fantastic.
Hal, what was that film called that was about the dude? Hay something or other.
Hayride?
Hayride. Watch Hayride and Hayride 2. They're really good corn maze type scary horror films.
Oh, neat.
Was there two of them?
Yeah, we watched the second one, remember?
We watched... This is just a disclaimer, we watched some terrible trash.
No!
I spent an entire weekend watching sleepaway camp movies.
Oh, God.
That was you being crazy.
It's a great movie, actually. The first one's very good. You should watch it. If you can get around the kind of cheapness of it, it's actually not terrible.
Hayride, very good. We watched the second one, but you don't need to watch the first one.
I have an Alfred Hitchcock collection back home.
It's a bit cultured.
That's
You see, that doesn't fall into this conversation because it's not shit enough.
Oh, I also have, 50 classic horror films, like back to Lane Chaney.
That
Era.
sounds...
Hal has a collection like that, don't you?
I do
Like-
somewhere.
Yeah, the
It's
different
like a
things
box
are it.
set. It's on the shelf over there somewhere.
I have to really admire Lane Chaney, though. He did his own makeup.
That's
No,
pretty good.
children. There's a town to explore.
Oh, right. Town.
Wait,
Explore.
this is in character conversation as we're exploring.
That's
too.
right. We're talking about horror movies we watched in that last crappy
No,
town.
we're talking about how scary and weird this place is.
And then the mug was empty. Ah!
Exactly.
Okay, we explore as we walk. God, I look tiny.
We are tiny. We are tiny.
This
Well, you are
map
from
is
the north.
huge.
Yes.
Look how tiny we are.
It's a bit on the massive side.
That's so when he puts giants on them, where they're huge, we're terrified.
I
See
think
us.
I actually have tried to figure out the scale of this map.
I
And
need
did
to
it for
stop
this little
looking
cross
at your
section.
screen. I need to stop.
I don't see us yet on the map. Oh, well.
We're down on
Right
the
at the
bottom
bottom.
right.
You probably can see us, that we're just so tiny, it's not rich.
That's right, we're about 4 pixels across thing.
I'm trying so hard not to cheat.
Thing.
Oh,
We're here.
shit.
Oh, okay. There it is.
You're right
That
next
is
to me. How can I not talk about it?
That's
Do
like
I-
a storm giant hunkered down behind a building or
So I
something.
need to make some blinkers for somebody.
So we set fire to the first building.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to do that.
Why would we do that thing?
We continue to move forward. The buildings that are undamaged, we're cautious nearby, and we do listening and checking as we wander by them.
Okay,
I
so
think
this
Hal just pulled rank on us all.
So this first house here is someone's going to go up to a window or something and listen at the door and peek into it.
Correct. We're all going to kind of meander towards it, but somebody stealthier than I is going to sneak up a little further ahead and scout it a bit.
Oh,
I could do it.
Alex.
Yeah, send Alex over.
Or-
Unless the Windy Arrow wants to go.
I'm not very good at stealthing.
Flatulent
Pretty
projectile.
conspiracy.
I'm very bad. There we go.
Okay,
So bad.
so Arrow is approaching. Put yourself somewhere against the building to be peeking into a window and make me a perception check.
Don't look at his screen.
Arrow, what do you see?
With my monkish eyes.
Your stealthy monkish eyes.
There is a giant with 2 heads sleeping inside this
Oh,
house.
Jesus. Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Its snores are loud, at least from one of the heads. The other one's kind of quiet. And it's lying out where it has basically 2 beds propped together and just general soft blankets and stuff and clothes.
I
It's
believe
piled
we're
up,
all going to die, people.
God damn it, in.
and
Is that-
it's
yeah, is that heading
spread out.
further
It's,
to
it's
it?
it's kind of put one of the curtains to kind of close the window to keep the daylight out, and it's sleeping there kind of loudly.
The die out. It's a net
So-
vampire.
Do I need a stealth check to regroup?
It's an Etin vampire.
Sure, you can make a stealth check.
What is an Etin vampire, Hal? Or is it? Or are you just not?
It's a thing he's making up.
Arrow stealthily approaches the group.
Hi,
just,
Arrow. What did
I've
you
just
see?
put you in this formation, by the way. But if you want to move yourself around,
We're good.
We don't. We're lazy.
We trust you as the DM, Lockhart.
I think it's just general. We have Gorum and Damiir to the front,
Yeah.
Arrow and Juniper in the back, and Alex kind of in the middle.
Yeah, seems fine. That's the formation we'll fly in as standard.
If we did it ourselves, we'd have to put too much thought into it, and we'd go off topic again.
No, we never go off topic. We're dead focused, we are.
I'm focused.
Professionals
So-
we are.
Arrow approaches the group.
Did you just change the focus of the screen again?
I may have done that because Heather was scrolling all about.
Stop it.
Sorry.
It's okay, it just pulled the screen of nothing for me. It pulled me into a blank white area.
That's weird.
I think it's because I've got it zoomed out quite far.
Because I should be focused on the party, but I guess you guys are too close to the edge right now.
You should
Maybe.
be focused on us, but you're not. You don't love us.
So yes, you approach and
There is a 2-headed slumbering giant in that house.
Holy cow.
So perfect for sneak attack.
That's not very good.
I don't believe I was thorough enough. I should explore the rest of the house, I think.
Possibly not. Let sleeping 2-headed giants.
I don't know. Perhaps it's got a larder filled with buttered up children.
That's one potential.
Did you hear
thing.
any prisoners inside there?
No, I did not. Just snores. Very loud snores.
Perhaps they're gagged.
Oh, stop. Now we're going to have to go and rescue fake children.
Or in jars.
Or they're too tired from the rogering to scream.
Exactly, yeah. If you've got 2 penises, it's got to hurt a lot.
Dude. You're horrible.
Nowhere in the description of Manhattan does it say it does not have 2 penises.
It does say 2 heads.
Exactly.
You two are terrible.
Why do we need to bother it at all? Why can't we just slip by?
Aren't
I
they evil?
agree.
What? It's asleep. How do you know it's evil or not? It could
Well-
follow Sarin Ray for all you know.
Right, but if we go by it, then it's behind us.
Yeah. But it's asleep.
For now.
What's your
We're going to
point?
make some noise later.
Right?
Everyone make me some stealth checks as you're discussing this.
Seriously?
Yes.
To sneakily talk?
Yes.
Because we're not sneakily talking is the problem.
Really? Health checks to talk? I don't think that's a thing.
6.
I don't think
So-
that's a thing,
So
Lockhart.
I get an
don't
armor
think that's a
penalty on
thing.
talking now?
That's-
Jeez.
Yeah, we're taking an armor penalty check for talking. -7 to talk, or 7 to talk.
Hal,
Yes.
shut up.
That's it. My next level, I'm learning fucking semaphore. Getting some little flags
Little flags?
for me.
Oh.
Semaphore.
Ah, I see.
Let's all be quiet. It's sleeping. We don't want to wake it.
Okay.
The concept of quiet eludes you, doesn't it?
We know our limitations.
Okay, so you're discussing.
I can see you mouthing and almost hear you saying it.
Yeah, that sounded like secret talk, didn't it?
Almost, except for if I played it back, I'm pretty certain I could hear it.
We should probably
Are you
not do
blocking her from the screen?
Yes.
Time for initiative. Oh.
Lockhart's attempting to block the screen. So, I mean, do you want to go deal with it or not? What do you think?
Don't you have a proper shield or something?
Well, it's hard. Yeah, if you want to grab it, it's there.
that.
I'm not even going there.
I'm staying door.
I'm not going there, Lockhart. But just be wary what you say.
I mean, I'm
Canadian
not
protection.
a fan of using a screen myself, but if that's really what you want, I'll agree to your decision.
It doesn't block that much of the field.
I just like the intimacy that a screen can block sometimes.
Jesus Christ.
You just have
Okay,
to
now I can't see it.
change your setup a little, maybe, and see
You
what
think,
works
you think
best.
a different position would help?
Oh my god.
Little downward dog.
Not drunk enough.
You guys started it.
You guys are starting it because you're saying like the rudest things ever, and I'm only responding to 50% of them.
help?
Yes, but it's
Does
better
that-
than the
I-
cooing.
Yeah, that's true.
Coo, coo, coo.
Oh my god.
Look
Okay,
at the
but-
little shits.
So now let's kill the bastard.
Fuck me. Fuck you both. Now I'm diabetic.
Yeah, Hal, don't
Now do we have to
worry
kill
too
the
much.
bastard?
See, the secret of a successful marriage is marry someone like Hal who hates romance and stuff, and never have anything romantic happen to you in your entire life.
Hal doesn't hate romance.
What was the last romantic thing you did for me?
I don't know, I probably bought you some shit
I
sometime.
think we got married.
Was that romantic?
I think that's about the most romantic thing we've done.
Oh,
Slightly warm whiskey.
Am I lying?
maybe.
No.
He pampered you a little bit when you were hurt and stuff.
He allows me to tag on to his health insurance so that I can have back surgeries. That's
See
pretty
how
romantic.
fucking romantic that is.
So,
It's like I told Chris,
the
every time I don't hold
is-
a pillow over your head while you're asleep, it's like saying I love you.
There's nothing more romantic than being able to fucking walk.
the group is discussing about how there is a two-headed giant sleeping in this house, and whether they should just walk by it or not. Whatever not is, I'm not sure has been decided, but at least it's been put forward to walk by it.
XP on the hoof.
XP on the hoof. I don't think if you kill it sleeping, you don't get anything, do you?
I get backstab.
I know, yeah. Coup de grace and backstab it with your weapon of awesomeness.
There's the occasional circling of buzzards above you.
Not dead yet. Fuck off.
I say we move on.
It's one less we have to fight on the way out when everything's against us.
I do strategically agree with that, Gorum, I have to say. And particularly from that woman who said that they attacked her.
Right.
I'm going to guess, and they're burning this village down, I'm going to guess that they're not particularly nice.
You can
giants.
trust me, I'm wearing a symbol of Desna.
How about we kill one head and keep the other one for interrogation?
We can give that a try.
Yeah, let's do that.
Assuming he doesn't bleed out.
How wise are you? Let's go.
Juniper is fairly certain from her knowledge of giants that will still likely be a fatal wound to an enemy.
Really? Oh, who'd have thought?
But,
I know giants, me.
but from her knowledge, she knows Ettins are inherently evil, so...
I know Jetton.
Inherently evil doesn't exist.
Yeah, this one could be doing like an online class in ethics or something.
Then he wouldn't be sacking the Abbey.
I'll tell Heather later. It doesn't matter.
Perhaps it's tired from all its orating to its Etin friends trying to persuade them not to sack the Abbey.
I'm doing the coolest online course, by the way, everybody. Plagues, things, and witches in classic literature. Educated me.
Seems like you've learnt 2/3 of that. The plagues and the witches, the something I clearly haven't got a handle
I
on
can't
yet.
remember I can't remember. Fuck you, Hal. Fuck
I
you,
say
you
we
fucking fuck.
stealthily approach the building and see if it's awake.
Yes, I agree.
Macbeth?
I think we need to deal with it because otherwise it's going to be here when we leave.
Well, maybe we should talk to it. I don't think going in straight away and assuming that we should just murder it is potentially
But
a
it's
good
asleep.
idea.
It's
Well-
yeah.
While there
Well-
is a window here,
Well,
if you want the actual doorway, it's going to be up here where the one chimney faces the road.
why
I
would you have a
suppose
doorway
we
under a
could knock.
chimney?
I actually don't know why chimney's there, to be honest, but it's going to be the one facing the road.
Does anybody have sense evil or sense motive or anything?
Yeah, that
Yes.
paladin we
Oh,
don't
It's
have.
evil.
Okay, well, it's interesting if we had a paladin. I don't know.
Just like I knew,
Yes,
just
I
like
think
I
you
knew
do.
there was demons in the last place, I know this is evil.
Oracle Arrow, having trained to become one of the shamans, is actually quite good at that.
Did I just have a good idea in game?
Yes. And I'm
Don't-
taking it.
Don't tell anybody, alright?
You can't just sense motive us.
How can you sense its motive? It's asleep.
It's having bad dreams.
It's
It's
yes.
dreaming of chasing something by the twitching of its leg.
Clearly it's eating children with the chewing of its mouth. The words fee fi fo fum are coming out. Let's kill it.
Well, look at that tramp stamp. It's definitely evil.
Exactly.
And that is why I'm not getting a tattoo.
That was just a poor decision at a young age.
It's fresh.
Oh, good. It's in its early 20s.
Gorum, let's go deal with it.
You can't just go and sneak up on it and start hitting it without at least waking it up.
No, we can't sneak.
We can't sneak. It'll have all the opportunities in the world to wake up as Gorum and I kick the door in.
Okay.
If it doesn't wake when we approach, it's obviously a drunken sot.
No, let's get it right. It is a gift from the gods.
Oh,
You,
yes.
you do know if you're making me the party conscience, this game is already screwed, right?
Yeah. If it doesn't wake up, it's Desna praising my newfound devotion.
I am not the
You
party conscience.
better be careful. You'll all be like light armor and like nakedness and flouncing around in the woods if you're not careful.
I'm
This is
just
what happens when Hal drinks when he games. This is why he's not supposed to drink when he games.
Only a small percentage of blasphemers ever get a lightning bolt in D&D.
And they've got to be
Assume
really
Pathfinder's
bad, right?
So, Caden Kalen is influencing his decisions
Exactly.
right now.
I am role playing here. Look, I'm role playing right here.
Uh-huh.
Uh
Be proud of me. I remember who Caden Kalen is.
huh. Right.
Very proud.
I don't even know.
Besides everything else, Gorm's pretty darn young, so he's kind of foolish in that regard.
Okay, Arrow, it's your choice. You're the wise one, right?
You're the evil detective, wise one. Probably sent you with us for a reason.
I'm guessing it's so we didn't do terrible things like murder stuff in their sleep.
I do.
Unless it's appropriate.
Right.
In fairness, you would generally know that they're not nice people to humanity, but again, you don't know what this tribe is like. Evidence kind of damning, but hey, up to you to make a choice.
You mean having a burnt village around him?
And haven't, yeah. Unless it's in the process of driving off all the baddies from the villain.
I am uneasy slaying a enemy while it sleeps.
Well, I think that what they're saying is that it's not going to be sleeping by the time we get to it. Because we're shit.
Well, we're not. We're just heavily armored, and it's hard for us to be very quiet.
What he said.
Not all fights are justified, however, self-defense is always needed. So I say we try to move on, but if it attacks us, then so be it.
No, I agree with Thing and Hal, I have to say. Walking away and leaving a known thing that if it's the wrong alignment, i.e. it's going to kill us, it's behind us and we're going to get screwed.
Shortest pass through the Abbey is through the front door of this building and out the back door, so we're going to have to pass over it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I do remind you guys, your 11th level now is you do have multiple escape options if it comes to it. But
Shush now.
Well, yeah, when we're full up on spells, when he hasn't wasted them on flame striking people.
Yeah, right. I'm not the only spellcaster in this party.
Now, Leech Girl can fly herself and make us invisible, but
Leech girl.
She can pull you along by her hair. Come on, let's get serious here.
I can, yeah. I'm awesome. When did we start
it
talking
was
about
great
me?
the other night.
When did we start talking about me?
Yeah.
So, okay, how about we just go into the building? If it attacks us, we kill it.
Yes, I agree with that.
We have to
I-
make sure it doesn't have.
That feels
trapped
like a nice
hostages.
middle ground.
That is a nice middle ground.
Yes.
Hey,
Check for
Gorum.
hostages.
That's what I
Gorum.
was
Party
saying.
moves up to the door.
Gorum,
Gorum's
kick-
taking lead.
Yes.
What happened? What happened with that?
How did it get into the building?
The doors are large enough.
It's
You-
moved its fat ass in.
You suspect the lack of barns and the size of the doors. It might be poor enough that some people do occasionally keep some animals inside during colder winters and such.
Or at least did.
Yeah.
Bossy, bring the lube.
Nice, Hal. Please.
But it's not impossible for a 10-foot tall creature to squeeze inside.
Yeah, fair. Okay, do you want to check that door, Alex, or are you happy just kicking it in, Gorum?
Is it actually closed door and everything?
It's
Still on the hinges?
kind of closed, yeah. Again, it seems closed and there's curtains kind of shuttered, perhaps to keep light out.
I
I will
could
try to
inspect.
open the door. Oh, sorry.
I could try to inspect the shutters.
Go for it, Gorum. Let's do this thing.
Gorum's just opening up the door.
With acidic falchion in hand.
Weapons
Oh.
are drawn, shields are up.
Okay, you open the door, and I'll ask another round of stealth checks.
Auxiliary power to forward shields.
You've been watching too much DS9.
You
You've
almost
been
went.
forcing me to watch too much DS.
13, that's good for me.
An 8, feel my power. I can't help but shout, die, you fucking... Death to Etin! Oh,
I'm
sorry.
not the noisiest one in the party. It's a
For a change. I actually said I do like the D&D 5 version of group stealth and stuff like that.
As much as I'm trying to give the well, no, I'm rolling it, but
I'm thinking Damiir sneezed.
yeah,
possible.
Damir's clanking and readying himself.
I am
As-
allergic to Ettins.
his clinky blouse.
They're not even trying to be quiet, so.
Really, we're not. That way gets a fair chance.
Cool.
As Gorum opens the door into
dear.
the front room, there are two Ettins
Oh shit.
that seem to have just fallen somewhat asleep here. That kind of start awaking as a light flares into their eyes and they start shaking and waking up.
It's a
And-
breeding
Whiskey for
colony.
breakfast.
And there's creaks of the floorboards as they move about and looking up and we will have initiatives and you think you can hear a groaning. There's an area of a hallway leading onto the other half that's been broken and stretched slightly. You suspect that's where the Eden that arrow saw is.
Did you literally roll a 3?
I
I need to put the tracker up, Lockhart. There we go.
think I did it wrong.
Which page is the initiative thing on this?
If you click on your token
Oh, okay, hang on.
and the pop-ups for initiative,
Oh, yes, I forgot about this. Oh, wait, that's me. Initiative.
You're the pretty pink lady.
19.
Initiative, the only thing that works on my sheet.
That doesn't even match its... Oh, -5. Oh yeah,
Technically-
it did my armor penalty again.
yeah.
It should be a 10.5.
Alex? Right.
Faulty dice rolls are the least of our problems in this instance. I think we're going to be kind of screwed regardless, so.
Yes, but the screwed up dice is going to screw us up further.
This is true.
I'll have trouble grabbing their flails and javelins or whatever.
He's having problems grabbing their stuff.
Wouldn't you need to wash your hands first?
Grabbing his junk. Ew. I get a dirty feeling when I think about that.
Is this a boyetin and a girletin, or?
No, they were giving each other head.
Holy bifurcation, Batman.
Man.
I'm sorry, Lockhart. I think we may be coming back tomorrow. Just as punishment for today. For that, you horrible non-Canadian people, you can come back and play again tomorrow. Okay.
A boot.
Well, I kind of don't have a choice, but well, I kind of have a choice, but you know,
Is he being an overly demanding?
Does he only let you out of the box to roleplay?
We'll fight your corner for you.
it depends on how much laundry there is.
Oh, Lockhart, that's terrible.
No. He's fine. I love him.
Terrible, Lockhart. Terrible.
Did you hear that, everybody online who's now going to listen to this? There was an online vocalization of love. That's it.
How often do you need to wash the his and hers gimp suits?
Nice.
You just kind of wash them down with like a bit of Dettol or turtle wax or something.
I don't think Dettol is a thing here, Hal.
Oh.
And we've lived here long enough that you should probably know that.
So,
Yes?
inside the room, on the ground, waking up, reaching for their weapons, are lumbering, filthy, two-headed giants that wear the tattered remnants of leather armor and reach to clutch large flails in each fist.
Isn't that's
Lordy Lou.
obviously evil. How could you not know that's evil, Wind? I mean, Arrow.
Arrow wind, it works.
Damiir is first to act.
Oh dear,
They are somewhat groggy, but are rather quickly gaining the grasp on the situation.
We'll give them something to grasp. Hidden.
Jesus, we all need to get laid. I'm sorry, we clearly all need something because this is bad even for us. I don't think we've ever had a session where it's been like this bad.
Perverted.
I cast Blessing of Fervor.
Who's hidden?
Okay, Blessing of Fervor is cast. What bonus are you taking? AC, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Alright. Alex. Do we want Alex again to battle with Eddens? Sure!
Sure!
Alex, no.
Alex
It wouldn't be
starts
prudent.
in luck. And will stand beside Gorum at the door. And will make a single rapier attack.
Yeah.
Alex is hit by 2 flails. His broken body is sadly crushed into the shrubbery surrounding the building.
They're caught from sleeping, so they're prone and they haven't actually drawn their flails.
Oh, good. Maybe he gets a sneak attack because he's awesome, right?
That's a crit attack.
I always think it's a she. It's a he for some reason. Good crit. Alex, go.
It will confirm. And I was doing all the wangy stuff before I was interrupted, so that's
Sorry, Dad.
7 damage plus 6, 13 damage to the Wakening Eden.
What about tickle from a rapier?
Tickle.
Arrow!
You're sounding very Yorkshire today, Hal.
Thanks. The whiskey.
Hey,
Arrow draws her bow.
Oh, I guess Alex is taking the +2 bonus to AC and stuff. Are you planning to do a full attack?
Yes, I'm gonna hit him hard.
Okay.
If she full attack, she could take the extra attack.
Yes. So here's a bit of the difficult thing is, well, I guess she could choose to switch targets when one drops, right?
I don't know, you're the GM.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll just go through them from top to bottom.
So I think
So-
I'll go with the flurry.
Yes, you start with the flurry, and then you'll take the, so Blessing of Fervor gives you multiple bonuses. One of them is when you're making a full attack, you can take an extra attack. So you can do the flurry, and then you can roll that extra attack there.
Ooh.
And these are large or larger creatures, so your bonus comes into play. 36 will hit, for, let's see, 16 points of damage. Let's just go through. 30 will hit, 14 points of damage. So moving. 30 will hit for 16 points. Still up. 27 will hit for 12 points. And with a flurry of 4 arrows into it, the first one kind of falls back to the ground with a slight gurgle.
Ah,
There goes
gurgle.
my footstep.
Gurgle. Yeah, that's your 5-foot step. But you've got it anyway. Alex is in the way.
Quick shot.
Oh, and 17. And the other 2 will hit the other one because they're prone. Actually, wait, hang on a second. Prone is actually a bonus to their AC.
Because they're lying on the ground for range days.
That being said, those first ones will hit. So attack 5 will miss, but the bonus attack will still hit the next one.
Huzzah!
10 points.
Nil point. Nil point.
Tiefling witch. Why are you called Juniper?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a thing.
It's definitely a thing. Tiefling witch.
Mean. I would like to go into the room somehow and hit something somehow.
Really?
Yeah.
As a big spellcaster like you are, you're going to go in the room and hit something.
Oh no, I probably wouldn't, would I?
I kind of have to say, considering it is somewhat smaller quarters, their corpses do kind of compose difficult terrain.
I kind of forget that I'm like not because I play.
Yeah.
I play magic characters so rarely.
I know, you're like a
Yeah.
wizard, dude.
I'm like, why are they waiting for me to do something? I don't understand. Wah!
Go hex the crap out of it.
Yes, let's lay some hex down, people.
So you do kind of have to get in line with this doorway to get a proper line of hex on it.
Okay, would you
Just
like to indicate where you would like me to stand?
I'm gonna guess a 5 foot up is probably fine.
Yeah, that would be fine. More somewhere behind. I'm more kind of looking behind Alex or Gorum.
There? Oh, okay.
5 foot to there, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a good line.
Okie doke. So there's no point sleeping them because they're already asleep.
Do something great.
I'm gonna
You
do.
could put him to. It is waking up, so you could put it to sleep again if you want.
We haven't rested, so I haven't got very many hit dice left.
Well, everything.
No, you've definitely rested a couple days since then.
Oh, okay.
You're at full hit dice again.
Okay. Let me. I think I'm going to evil eye one of them.
One of them is kind of in the bleeding part of dying at this point.
Oh, okay. So
It's
then
the
I'll
giant X over it.
evil eye the other one then.
What stat are you targeting?
What do you reckon, Hal? On the AC?
It's up to you. I don't think
saving throws.
they're huge, so I don't think they're very hard to hit. I'd either target their saves or their to hit.
Shall I just?
Can you target their to hit?
You can target their attack rolls.
Yeah.
So you're up. I would say for a creature like this, where it's massive, it's probably reasonably easy for us to hit it.
Okay. Is it a waste of a good hex?
No, because it's going to hit us. So
Alright.
your options are either saves, so that you can get spells through on it easier,
Okay.
or you target its attack roll and make it so that it hits us less often.
Okay, I'm gonna do the attack roll, I think.
Fair. And then you can always hex it again and drop its saves.
Yes.
So attack roll.
Yes, please.
I'm pretty sure 24 actually succeeds. So it's only -4 to attacks for 1 round.
Yeah. Will save reduces to 1 round.
Yes.
Unless you cackle.
She has moved this turn.
But she has the blouse, which means she can cackle as a swift.
If she wants to use her use now.
Just throwing it out there. She does it twice a day.
What does it do again?
It lets you start to cackle as a swift action rather than a move action.
Okay.
So essentially you can move, hex, and cackle in the same round. But this time It's up to you. I mean,
How many times can I just do it like once a day?
twice a day you can
Twice
do
a
it
day.
off the blouse.
I
Which
need to
is,
write that down.
it's actually very nice in the sense that it lets you do something like this where you drop the ball on the save, but it lets you maintain it even though they technically passed.
What's the blouse called again?
Cackling Hag's blouse.
Cackle hag blouse.
Just something extra creepy to add to your particularly leechy self.
And I can do it. I can use it twice a day.
Twice a day you can do Cackle as a Swift. In this instance, you may or may not choose to.
I don't think this is very difficult right
I'd
now.
probably recommend not, considering
Yeah.
one of them just got downed in a single
Yeah.
round.
They're not particularly. Well, yes. Let's see what else comes into the fight.
You mean like hidden on the tracker?
Yeah, hidden on the tracker.
There's never hidden things on the tracker. What are you talking about?
All right. Having been peppered with an arrow after the sunlight rudely woken him up, the Etin in the room stands up, drawing its twin flails, and both heads are basically shouting different things. And do people know Giant? Does anyone
No.
speak Giant?
Still haven't.
I think I might.
I still haven't added the extra language in.
Oh no.
day.
Infernal, Abyssal, Draconic, Halfling, and Orc.
Yep. I have Abyssal too. We can talk in Abyssal amongst the party.
You speak
Blah
Giant.
blah 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 blah. How many times a day can I evil eye?
As many.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Is it as many times?
As many times as
target.
she likes. It's any time she wants. Per target, once per target.
Okay, that's what it was. Once per target.
Technically twice per target because you have a cursed hex.
Well, no. The thing is, I think it's once for each stat on a target.
Yes, that's right. It's once per stat per target.
Okay.
Or technically twice per stat per target because she has a cursed hex.
No,
I'm trying to write
it's
these down.
Details. Details tab.
Doesn't the cursed just let you redo it if it fails?
Once or twice per
Concept.
stat per target.
You can't really tell what it's saying, but it's certainly shouting some things. That being said, that's pretty much most of its turn is just standing up and drawing its weapons.
Oops.
It has kind of a weird stance, where both hands kind of seem to be dominant hands as it's holding these.
That is kind of weird.
Two brains, two half brains.
Two full
There,
brains.
there can be easily heard from the side room some shifting and creaking of floorboards as well. And of course, it echoes out of the open door quite loudly into the general area.
Right. We need to learn silence.
Gorum.
I guess I will.
What bonus you taking, Gorum?
I'll take the plus on attack and armor for now.
I think we're pretty much assuming now the default is just taking the +2 bonuses, right? If we skip or miss, because if you're taking your full attack, you're taking your full attack.
Yes.
So this is difficult terrain to get over the dead end.
Yeah, it's kind of a human-sized house with this big lumbering thing in it.
Unless he wants to take the 30-foot movement,
30-foot move? Oh, yes, I suppose.
just in case he needs it.
True. But I'm mentioning more of if, in case we skip on someone's turn.
Right.
Yeah.
The default is kind of there. But yeah.
So can I get to there with my 30 feet movement?
Let's see. Where did you start? That's kind of. There is a cursor thing here. That's so that's probably 30 feet then to get there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be happy to call it 30 feet to get there.
I'll
Got are you tumbling or something? It does kind of have reach, and it's no longer
Yeah.
flat-footed.
But I do have that. That's why I'm taking the +2 on armor class. I really don't have much in the way of tumble or.
Okay.
Stumble, maybe.
That's funny.
The whiskey will protect me.
Exactly.
Hail,
Whiskey
Kate
room.
and Kaylin.
Breakfast whiskey.
All right then.
Totally
You-
having
you-
one of those in the
You
morning.
drive in, and it will take a swing at Gorum with one of its flails. A 12, however, it's still groggy in the effect of the evil eye. Gorum is able to easily duck under it and get within its combat range.
Haha.
I guess I will single attack it with all my wang.
All the way.
Yeah.
Going full penetration wang, right?
Power attack and vital strike and.
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of
37 to
love-
hit.
I kind of love my
Yeah,
character.
that will hit.
I don't think I've ever said that in a game ever.
39
Like your
to
character.
confirm. I'm sorry,
Will confirm.
that'd be 44 to confirm.
44 to confirm.
Surprisingly, that still confirms.
That's
All
fine.
right. Let's just so single hit full with critical. I have way too many damage macros.
That's why I kind of stopped using macros. It got to be too complicated. And I was slower doing that than I was anything else.
Okay, so that is.
I have a cheat sheet in
Oh,
front of
and
me.
yeah, sorry.
I'm still singing Any Cold Iron in my head, by the way. Every time it goes quiet, it just starts again in my head.
I don't get
thing-
sneak attack on this, right?
No.
Okay. 70 points.
All right.
Intimidate the crap. Did you use power attack?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Why can't he do that?
I mean, can he intimidate?
Well,
Well, he
anything
could if it
alive
was
that
still
saw it.
alive.
Oh, we could if it was still alive.
You know what thing? You're so good at this today that you can say rations if you want to.
Yeah,
Aw.
ration's a weird thing.
Why would I say that when it's rations?
Ah,
Fuck you. You little shit.
Because it's made of rashers.
There is a last bit of gurgled cry as Gorum's falchion slices down between the two of the heads, cutting into their shared lungs and causing blood to gurgle up before it falls down non-responsive.
Ah.
Acid cauterizing the wound as it goes.
Okay, perception checks.
He's my hero. Deception.
Perception checks from everyone, please.
34.
Oh.
Hyper vigilant.
Perception.
28.
Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. That would be 18 for me.
Did
That's
you just
quite
poke
low.
yourself in the eyes, Juniper?
No?
It's like almost nothing for you.
Oh, shut up. I was too busy cheering you on, that's right.
Aw.
Okay. Gorum and Alex. So it's actually kind of difficult for Gorum, but there are some creaking sounds coming in general from the other houses. Alex kind of gives a quick look towards Damiir and says, "I don't think these are the only giants sleeping here.
Incoming.
I don't think they're sleeping anymore."
Awesome.
Don't be racist.
Yeah, don't be racist, the Ettons.
The dog is barking. I'm gonna go and see what she wants.
Ruby, come here, I've got a treat for you.
Edens have the giant subtype. Okay, and with that, it's Damir's turn.
So which buildings are we talking about?
You didn't go high enough, and it's just in general.
The giants on a 28 wasn't high enough to hear them moving.
From like 50, 75 feet away,
Okay, so they're
pinpoint what houses.
So they're far away, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not the house beside you.
Okay.
Bring them on.
I'm going in the building. I suggest everybody else does the same.
I'm in the building,
I'm going here.
and I'm disguised under a mound of Etten viscera.
Right. A mound of Etten viscera. I like that. Let's Let's see. What have we got spell-wise that might be good? Spells would you like, people?
Fervor was always nice.
You've got that. I have all of them. Here you go.
Actually, I should kind of almost question here. Do we just because it's in the, do we want to try and finish up this battle?
And why not? Time is it?
Just-
Only 11 o'clock.
It's 11.
Because unless there's like a shit pot of it, nothing's working on the search for the PFSRD.
For what?
For anything.
As we pull 30 Ettins.
Are we
As long as they
aggro
approach single
training?
file. As long as they approach single file, we're okay. Unless we get tired.
Yeah, it's just coming back with a blank search for me, which is amazing.
What are you trying to search?
Looking up some spells to see which one I want to cast. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to want to let me.
Yeah, my searches on PFSRD are going.
They're returning 0 results.
Yeah.
Search on the PRD, man.
What am I looking for? The PRD.
Yeah.
PRD.
Well done, Lindsay. Thank you, everybody.
Hold on, Lindsay.
I need to go pee.
Hooray!
Broken up by my brook.
Well, that didn't quite go very well.
What?
That's what I wanted. I just wanted to go straight.
It goes to the right place. It's just the weird Google URL.
There we go.
Oh.
Giants are attacking you.
That's right. Feel those giants attacking us. They're so attacky and gianty.
XP on the foot, I guess. I guess it's not hoofs.
Feet per foot. That sounds good.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Ugh. It was a horrifying moment.
Wow. What? I'm trying to learn what my spells do again, Lockhart. It's been a while.
But the excuse is starting to run a little thin.
I know. I don't play casters that often.
Just every time we're playing
on
Pathfinder.
session 3 or 4 back into it now.
I know, but I've only really cast 2 spells, haven't I, really? And I have so many.
You don't have that.
So you
many.
got Enlarge, you got Flame Strike.
Would you like to be large, thing?
Indoors?
Why not?
Oh.
Be brave.
So you can't shrink anything?
That'd be a different
No, I haven't got reduced person. I only have enlarge.
Mm.
That's not bad. I cast prayer.
Okay, it's. I'm not sure. What range is it?
If I think it's good. Oh great, doesn't say. Source, prayer. 40 feet.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, that'll still get everyone. Okay.
Boom.
Everyone is prayed up. Is that measured in rounds?
11 rounds.
Okay.
Urgent Fervid.
Is there any enemies within 40 feet of me?
Living
Not
enemies.
that you're aware of.
We don't need to be aware, it's a burst.
Not that you have line of effect to.
Not that I have line of effect to. Fair enough.
Okay. So Damiir moves and casts prayer.
Feel my prayerishness.
Alex. 6, 5, 10, 15, 20. And we'll kind of peek through into the other area.
Oh boy.
And we'll point out
There's another one.
that this one's awake.
Good work there, Alex.
And indeed, this one is also awake and standing with its flails. So that's
Alex is shielding me. Excellent.
And Alex will probably just take extra movement to stand back. You don't really want. No, it's not. That's a decent enough spot, right?
It's a good spot.
It's a little rough and tough terrain, but I think Alex has a good acrobatics anyway if it comes to it.
Blood for Desna.
Arrow.
Blood for the Dream God. S.
Arrow is going to move into the building.
I suppose I should draw where the general door is. Huh?
Or wait. Or she could do a sensible thing and
Back
find a
everybody.
window and shoot through that, right?
So is this rather open floor plan inside?
That's fairly open floor plan. I'm just going to say it's kind of divided.
What did I miss? Who's dead and what did we fuck
No
up?
one's dead yet.
Really?
Third and more's coming.
Jeebus, what did Lockhart just post in the side thing?
Junk.
It's like the longest thing ever.
I'm just going to say it's generally the two main rooms, and there's that one door there dividing them. So yes, Arrow's turn.
Well, let's see. Need to zoom out a little bit. I believe Arrow would like to move back towards that window.
It was a closed window.
It was a closed window.
With glass, yes.
Now that she remembers it was closed, she's going to move into the building and back up her new comrades.
Haha, yes. You better back us up. We want to be backed up.
Dear, your movement is extreme.
I still want to be accurate.
Okay, fair enough.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Those are actually difficult, so they count as 10.
It's a bit bossy, your boyfriend, right?
5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55.
I have to say, I would hate to be in a marriage or something with somebody that was as rules lawyery as you are, Lockhart, because the conversations Hal and I have anyway about gaming tend to result in me giving shit and like getting cross. I can't imagine how I would cope with living with a rules interested person such as yourself.
We haven't even announced the whole veteran versus noob gamer thing, have we?
No, we haven't.
The what?
Wait, we're gonna have a fight off?
Well, kind of. See, Carter's been challenging me to board games, and he's been keeping score.
Are you winning?
No. He even gave me a handicap. Each victory I have is 3 points, and he only scores 1 point because he's the veteran, and I am not. However,
What games are you playing?
oh gosh,
Where's my phone?
Let me guess. Strip
Where is your
Catan.
Giving
Strip-
you a
strip-
handicap's just a way to humiliate you, you know.
Strip Carcassonne.
We haven't played a whole lot yet, actually. Let's see.
we've only just
We
chipped
have
off the iceberg of
Strip Puerto
a
Rico.
hoard that he has for games.
we played a couple rounds of Small Worlds 2 on PC.
Mm-hmm.
We played Suro,
Mm-hmm.
Cthulhu Gloom,
Hmm.
Fealty,
Hmm.
and For the Win.
For the win. What are you playing it on?
Well, except
What do
for
you
Small Worlds
own
2.
the board games?
Okay, on top.
Except for Small Worlds 2, the rest of those are actual games I have.
Cool. I have Small World 1, the actual board game. It's very annoying. There are too many tokens.
In fairness, Small Worlds 2 is actually just Small Worlds 1.
Yes, I know.
But anyway. That being said, it's Arrow's turn. Arrow has moved. You have a line to the giant with all your cover and concealment ignoring feats.
I'm gonna be a Jedi.
It's quite dark further into the house here, but yes.
Well, I investigated where the giant was originally, so
Yes, you know, and you have a line from here. You're fine. I mention this more for other people who want to go in there, but yes.
I shall take a shot.
Okay.
Do it. You can do it.
Hopefully it will be a headshot.
So this will just be
There's
a
some
single
English
attack.
accent going on there. It would be
Oh, blimey, what?
good show.
We'd save the headshot for after the game.
Still rubbish.
No!
It's still rubbish.
Don't worry, my Canadian Texan is going to be laughably awful, I'm pretty sure, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Let's see.
First one should be the single attack.
Right.
I'm only doing it purely for the nieces.
He says,
I don't make an ass of myself for anybody else, generally.
"Oh, and that is a natural one."
Oh!
Your bow snaps in half.
It's a
It better not.
It's a reflex as you pull the bow back and shoot, aiming for where you think a single head is, only for that to be the space where the two heads are.
Plus you take off an ear.
Gap in the middle.
And everybody laughs at you, but just a little bit.
And if this was roll master, you'd be a paraplegic at this point.
I curse at the ancient.
Arrow.
Juniper.
So, the one that I...
Dead.
Yeah, I thought he was dead.
These two are fallen inside here. You have been told from Alex and perhaps Gorum that some of the houses sound like they have creaking big creatures moving inside them now. And as well as Alex and Arrow have indicated, this one that you can see on the south end of the house is inside there. But not in your vision from where you currently stand.
So what can I do from where I currently am?
Not a whole lot offensive against any opponents you can see. You'd have to get within some way of affecting it. Or you can try to move and find another creature to fight. It's up to you.
I'll be hero support and wait here for a bit.
Come in the house
Yeah, I'll come in the house and sort of
and close the door.
hold and be prepared, kind of.
Our house in the middle of the
Come,
street.
come in the house and close the door.
I heard you, Hal.
Thank you.
You're not the boss of me.
I know.
Well, you are, but
Okay.
let's just pretend you're not.
Ah.
I don't want
You guys are so darling.
Oh god. This is what happens when you've been with somebody for married for 11 years and together for almost 16.
What, 40 years?
Jesus, I feel old.
I know, right? Terrible.
And my new doctor didn't think that I looked my age.
Oh, that's nice.
I think he might have been lying.
Maybe you thought you looked older.
Fuck you, asshole. You're horrible tonight. You're horrible. I don't like you tonight.
I'm only messing.
That's it. You can sleep on the couch.
Oh, the couch is quite comfy.
Not my couch.
Oh, you mean the small couch?
Yes.
I've got to sleep on the small couch.
You get Ruby's bed.
Ruby sleeps on our bed.
Yeah, that's the problem. Ruby sleeps on my pillow. Guess what? I have a bad neck, everybody. Can you imagine why?
Kind of like my situation back home. It's usually my cat inspector's bed that I occasionally kick her off of.
Cats aren't so bad though, I always found, because they're kind of lighter and they are more kind of maneuverable. Ruby is a dead solid kind of
Dead
force
weight.
of nature that once she decides where she's going, she can actually force me to like move my head at like horrible angles and all sorts.
So it's the Ettin's turn.
Not that your spine is
Yes.
janked up anyway.
Exactly.
I thought he was hidden.
Hmm?
That one. I thought he was hidden. The Ettins are dead, aren't they?
There's another Ettin now.
There's the
There's still a
NF.
hidden on the chart.
So, 1, 2. Let's do this. 1,
Yes, dog, we're talking about you, not to you.
He's retreating.
5, 6.
Hal, stop yawning on audio.
Sorry.
If you're yawning,
Alright.
that's fine, but if you...
Oh,
The
goodness.
Ettin moves, squeezes underneath the door frame, and into the main room with its flails.
Is he still squeezing then? Is he still technically in the
No,
door?
the majority of it is outside of it.
Okay.
He's
If you had
entering
been
my
able,
threat
if you had been able to pin it inside there, but no, everyone backed off. So.
I don't get an attack of opportunity as he approaches, right?
No, he has to move after you're threatening him, not when he enters threatening. And I think considering Gorum is covered in a bit of viscera there, the attacks will be on Gorum.
So I look like a Ettin. He probably can't, tell I'm,
It's just like a
not
short
part of his
Ettin.
friends.
It's like a
Get
shrunk
one of the
Ettin.
heads knocked off.
I smell like his friends.
That's not something to be proud of, dude.
I think you're about to smell like his flail.
All because Damiir didn't clean me as his action,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll use prestidigitation on you next round.
Okay.
There's a film on Netflix at the minute called Predestination, and every time it goes through our feed, Hal's like, prestidigitation! And I'm like, that's not funny anymore, dude. But it was funny the first time, kind of.
Mainly because I read it that way.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I did as well, actually.
Geeks.
A little bit.
Geeks.
Well, Jehovah is always Genova to me, so.
Genova.
In fact, I dare say it's going to attempt to cleave,
Oh,
starting with Gorum.
It can
Gorum, no!
with his rich one?
cleave?
Oh, so close.
Bonk.
That being said, its attack isn't great. Oh, but that's a natural 20.
Oh dear.
Roll to confirm. Does a 25 confirm on Gorum?
Is the +2 from Blessing of Fervor still up?
Yes.
Yes.
You also have a +1 luck bonus. Is that attack for prayer?
I don't think you get an AC bonus from prayer.
What prayer did basically everything? Just check.
AC bonuses are very rare.
Yeah, you're right.
Attack, saves, and rolls and skill checks. Yeah, so that will just hit.
So that confirms.
Yes.
Okay, so with a crit, wow, the cleave's gonna be a good thing.
Well, not for thing.
Well,
Goodness.
doesn't he have to drop me to cleave?
No,
No.
not anymore. Cleave is hitting 2 adjacent
So
targets.
he'll do 29, which will be 26 damage to Gorum,
It's not too bad, Gorum.
and then he cleaves onto Arrow.
You're still good.
Oh, goodness.
You're still good. Everybody's still good.
So against the foe, you may make one additional attack. Okay. So against Arrow, 25. I think that's a miss on Arrow.
Let's double check here.
I'm pretty sure that's a miss. I think your AC is like 27 or something. Plus you have got a bonus to it from Fervor. Defense is there.
Hal,
Yes.
are you whistling?
Maybe.
Yes.
Are you being deliberately as annoying as
Missed me
possible?
by that much. Oh, goodness.
While the flail does brain Gorum, Arrow kind of dodges aside as it continues forward with momentum to her.
Hit me
Hey,
in my least
Gorum.
vulnerable spot.
Hey, Gorum, you're toe-to-toe with it, and it's at -2 armor class.
Gorum. It is also shouting stuff as well.
Oh. Should I just take the extra attack this round then?
Do it.
What the heck?
Cleave him back, dude. Defend
Right.
your honor.
Do
Well,
it.
I've cleave, and cleaving finished, but I don't think there's anything else for me to sweep onto.
Not unless you're swinging to Arrow.
Oh, true. But she hasn't been that obnoxious yet.
Do a full round. Go on, do it.
All right, full round, power attack, vital striking, extra attack from Blessing of Fervor. Just
Just
Yeah,
for chuckles.
yeah.
+1 to hit from
You're gonna murderate it.
from prayer. Let's do it.
Murderate.
Let's see, to hit on attack 1. Ooh, 27.
Thing,
It's terrible.
its AC is 16.
I'm
I'm just gonna time you and see if you can do this in under a minute.
It's a
Otherwise,
giant.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna declare it dead.
Hit 2, and the extra attack at... Okay, no crits.
Oh, no crits. That sucks, dude.
Okay.
35... Oh, sorry. I rolled the crit one, sorry. 35
Boom.
plus 24... And 31, so...
90.
It is irredeemably dead.
Irredeemably dead.
18 seconds.
Dead, Dave.
Good work, Gorum.
Dave.
Okay, I think we need to get ready for whatever else is coming.
It's dead, Dave.
Do we hear the sounds of Etten feet outside?
Damiir, wipe me!
Wipe you. How injured are you?
Like 26 points.
Is that a lot, percentage-wise, to you?
No, it's like a fifth.
Okay, so you just lost, like, part of a leg.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries then.
It'll
No,
be a
just
gnarly
starting to clean me
scar.
off, you know.
It'll be a nice scar.
Like one of those really wide ones.
I can show you pictures of scars. My new doctor this morning came in and looked at my neck where I had one of my surgeries, and he was like, "You can't even see where it was." And then I was like, "Yeah."
Was he like super impressed?
Yeah. And then I showed him the one on my back, and he was like, "Yeah, that one's not so good."
Or you just got the gaping pit.
Yeah. Pretty much, yes. I have a gaping pit on my back. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's like one of those sockets that doll parts fit into.
It was you that said it looked like my ass, and so it became my second asshole because my first asshole was Hal. I said that like for months after I had that surgery, and it was all your fault. Sorry.
Happy to help.
Sorry, Hal.
It's alright.
I love you.
One, two, three. If you want, you can make perception checks.
Might be wise, huh?
Perception.
33.
26.
Through the viscera, Gorum sees all.
He's using the viscera to see.
I'm divining.
I got
I
Just
paid attention to those
31.
augurs.
That's right, you're divining in the viscera.
just 31.
All right. Yeah, most of the party is pretty sure there are the sounds of approaching creatures.
Are they big creatures?
In fact, perhaps let's say if there's maybe we'll imagine a front window that Damiir or Juniper or someone could be looking out of.
Yeah.
One might even see a couple of those approaching creatures.
Oh, bollocks.
So do I have time to slap a net and head on my shoulder as a disguise?
If we're going by rounds, no.
I heard, have I got time to slap a net on my head?
A net on my head.
I was like, why does he want to put a net on his head?
Actually, that's a good idea thing. I could cast Enlarge on everybody, and we could just stick an Etten head on our shoulder and pretend we're Ettens. Hello!
Sorry, bad dream. My tears.
So if you were to go scrolling north of the party, you should eventually see some tokens.
Hey, what the hell are they?
Yeah.
They're not Ettins.
They
Oh.
are hunched giants that exude power and crude, stupid anger. Their filthy fur clothing bespeaking a brutish and backwards lifestyle.
They're giant angry nerds.
There is some general communication as well, but as no one seems to be understanding, they're short but loud shouts. There doesn't seem to be much approaching from the southeast area where you come. They're mostly from either north or west of you. You kind of figure.
They speak in Star Trek episodes. In episode 34, the certain calculation of blah blah blah.
Blah blah.
Use the formation used by Captain Picard in episode 24 of season 2.
So do they look more like
The giant angry nerds.
Sloth from the Goonies or Mel Smith?
They're a bit like Mel Sloth.
They're like Shrek. Everything that came out around that time all looked like Shrek. Harry Potter had an ogre that looked like Shrek, and
true.
Shrek had an ogre that looked like Shrek.
Troll
And
bogies.
Also, what else had an ogre? Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
In addition to having clubs with them, they also seem to have numerous stones held in a bag on their side as well.
Either they're the original rockers or they're stoners.
That's funny. Oh, I'd just like to say, you know,
Angry stoners.
I'd just like to throw in while everybody's listening. You'd be very proud of Lindsay and I. We managed to get through the third Hobbit movie yesterday.
Why?
Eventually.
Netflix sent it to us on disc, and it sat on our shelf for 2 weeks before we actually put it in and watched it.
And then it was only with one eye closed.
It was kind of terrible, I'm not going to lie. And to be honest, we didn't really see the end of the second one because we just fucking couldn't do it.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think we came to the...
Poor Heather in this audience of us.
I kept saying blah 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 Steve Jackson, and Lindsay was like blah 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 Steve Jackson. No, it's Peter Jackson.
No, I was correcting you. You were saying
That's what I said. I kept calling it Steve Jackson because obviously Steve Jackson would do a better job. And by the end of it, we found that fucking Michael Jackson would have done a better job.
I'm probably the only member of the Geek Society that enjoy the movies.
I don't mind movies for movies' sake, but
we couldn't even get through the second one because it was just so shit.
The Hobbit.
The second
Actually,
Hobbit
no,
movie.
I'm one of two.
Yes.
I'm one of two.
If we're going to go on the Hobbit movies, I'm afraid we should end the session here.
I was going to suggest the same thing.
All night.
Hey everybody, Felicia Day's book just came out.
Fuck
Oh,
you, stupid redhead bin.
So Hal,
Sorry.
do you want to make a note then of 9 rounds of fervor, 10 rounds of prayer? I think those are the only time-sensitive things. And then we will start round 3 maybe tomorrow night if we want to go. Maybe. If we're feeling up for it.
I will let that be up to Hal because he's been really busy. So, and because he had to work Saturday, he didn't really get much of a weekend.
I'll be fine. Gaming's good. These giants need skull fucking by Gorum.
All right. Well, then we'll play tomorrow.
And I might even try and get some shit released. Wouldn't that be nice?
Can
Gordon
you play
has a
tomorrow?
little bit more finesse compared to
Anyway, back to it. Lockhart, you clearly have some work to do if she thinks those movies are good.
Lockhart didn't say disagreed.
I view it as a alternate universe timeline.
Why would you do that?
All you have to do is realize that Hal specifically, and also the Lord of the Rings books are like our Bible.
Oh yeah, they were in your wedding vows.
Even though I wasn't a nerd, I had and loved all like the Lord of the Rings stuff before I met Hal. We have like 17 copies of Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion and things like that. So
More importantly, they were just bad films. They were too long, they were full of crap that didn't need to be there, and they were just Peter Jackson wanking all over everything.
there was parts of the Lord of the Rings stuff that I didn't mind, but I've never read The Hobbit because I don't know, somehow I managed to miss out, and I thought the Hobbit films were kind of crap. To keep it fair, they were kind of boring.
The third film. What was with that corrupt guard in the third film?
The what?
The whole corrupt guard story side.
Oh, I was ranting at that as well, wasn't I, Hal?
Yes, you were.
The greasy, like,
Yeah, that guy.
comedy bad guy.
They didn't even really
Awful.
resolve it, did they?
No, they just kind of eventually, they were like, haha, look, you're dressed as a woman. And he's like, haha, yeah, I am. Go away.
Let's not talk about
I'm running away alive.
He was there for comic relief.
I wonder whether he was somebody like, some kind of famous comedian or something, like Russell Brand or somebody that was like put in the he's an English guy.
I wanted him to die.
Yeah, I did too.
Yes, which is why it was so annoying that they did nothing but kind of let him be along and be successful. It's like, no, Bard, no. Let the mob string him up.
They let him get away with everything.
Yes.
I'd just like to say I didn't watch it, so I'm blissfully.
Don't. It's awful.
You're still blissfully unaware then.
I watched the first of the Hobbit films and
And
stopped.
spoiler alert, by the way, in case you haven't seen the movie yet.
Don't bother. I'm happy to spoil it so that people don't waste their money going to see them.
Alfred is what he was called.
He was really strange. Like his character in relation to the mayor or whatever, to Stephen Fry's character, kind of worked, but then after that, it was kind of strange.
Yes, it was so weird. It's like, why do they have this strange fetish for this character?
Yeah, it was very bizarre.
I
Very
guess.
bizarre.
Sorry, dear. Sorry, you're not. Sorry.
No, it's
Sorry, not sorry.
fine.
If-
Fine.
If she's going to be part of the group, she has to put up with the regular rantings about Lord of the Rings films.
Let's not get as far as made-up EL, shall we?
Yes, Hal calls her Maid of PL.
And poor Tom Bombadil.
I like Tom Bombadil. Don't be dissing Tom Bombadil. But Maid of PL is amazing.
Sir not appearing in this film.
Yeah. I liked Radagast as well, but that's because I like Sylvester McCoy.
Yeah, well, no, I am fine with what they did on Gandalf's side of the story. That's pretty accurate as far as I know.
I really hate the fact that, apart from Maid of PL,
Made-up EL.
every single thing that ever happens in either the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit films, everything goes to shit, and then just when you think everything's screwed, the freaking eagles come and save everybody. Then they go away again. They don't do anything else.
They couldn't. Well, here's the thing, Lindsay. In The Hobbit, they actually talk and get characters and stuff, and he took that out.
Okay. See, I've never read The Hobbit, and I really now don't have much.
Yeah, there was no reason for them to turn up. They just arrived.
Yes. No. It was. It's. It's like they can have all these other weird things and giant bees, but goodness forsake, they have any talking animals or something like that.
Because the wargs are supposed to talk too.
Yes,
So
the wargs,
listeners, tune in next
thrush,
time to
the
see who
ravens.
thrives.
The Hobbit is filled with talking animals.
They don't do much with the bear man either, do they?
Oh yeah, and the thrush too.
Bjorn, they just kind of threw in there. I'm sure he's on the DVD with some extra.
Did he even appear in the Battle of Five Armies?
Yes, he is on the field of the Battle of Five
Yeah.
Armies.
As Hal kept telling me yesterday, multiple times.
But at least they shoehorned a role for Sylvester McCoy.
Yeah, right. It's nice that he got in there, right?
But he was brilliant!
With his bunny chariot, just as Tolkien envisaged it.
And his head crap.
They weren't bunnies, they were hares.
Ruskabell rabbits.
They were hares.
Whatever the fuck they are. However
I'm happy
Tolkien
enough.
envisaged it.
I'm happy enough with that because from what I read of Unfinished Tales, that's fairly accurate of what happened in the sidelines of The Hobbit.
I'm pretty certain we could power an entire city off the spinning that Tolkien's doing right now in his grave.
You have to remember, we even have multiple copies of the Silmarillion.
He's not. All his heirs are holding him down in the graves for the royalties.
That's right.
Shut up!
Quiet, we're making money.
No, that's the thing though. They're getting so few royalties out of it because they got tricked into Hollywood accounting.
Yep.
Accounting.
Is that like my accounting?
That's why most multi-million pictures don't actually turn a profit.
Exactly. According to Peter Jackson, The Lord of the Rings lost money.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
So
Hollywood
it
accounting.
should.
Hollywood accounting.
Very few.
Everybody's super rich off it, but it lost money in the end.
Should we have this to continue this like off game? Like
Yes.
as in,
Yes.
All right, I'm stopping. Bye all.
I have a lot of things.
Bye.
That'll be on this separate.